Okay, so the DNC, I told you this was going to be an exciting week because it's the DNC. And the DNC, is just going to be a hot mess. Well, it is a hot mess. It's also infuriating. It's boring. And I find myself not watching it. I tried to watch it a couple times, but it's really hard. It's really hard to watch. And it is really boring. Now, the only way to really watch the DNC is to go on YouTube. Watching it on Fox, CNN, MSN, it's impossible to watch because the talking heads are talking during every speech. So I did go on to watch it a few times on YouTube, and I just wasn't impressed. And I got bored, and I stopped. The speeches were really long. I mean, they are so long to the point that they're so long, it's to the point that they said that they're going to cut the speeches down today. So the organizers have finally decided, okay, way too long. We need to cut this down. So before I tell you, I talk about day one and day two, because I went back and forth on it. So I did see enough that I can talk about it. But before we get into that, let me show you a couple of things that really tell us where the DNC is going. And you can see that just listening to these clips, that this show was going to be boring and it was going to be just a shit show. And it is. So here's the Women's Caucus at the DNC convention. I guess singing the national anthem? You could call it singing the national anthem? Pretty incredible stuff. This opened the DNC yesterday. That was day two. So let's listen to this. And oh my, I heard it. You have to hear it. So here we go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight flash gleaming, whose broad strides
Maybe I'm way off here. Maybe I'm not being as open. But I would think that if you're going to sing at the Star-Spangled Banner to open the Democratic National Convention on day two, and you're representing your party, you might want to know the words. You may want to, prepare a little bit. Maybe memorize the song. Maybe have the song written down somewhere. And then, and by the way, this has been a problem with the organization of the DNC. It's been absolutely terrible. We'll get to day one and day two in a second. But maybe the organizers would have wanted to listen to these broads sing before actually putting them on stage. What were they thinking? I don't know. But this does show us one thing. It was the hatred of the country. I mean, the Democrats hate this country. They say it over and over again. Even Joe Biden said he understands why the Hamas protesters on the outside hated the country. He understands why they hate the country. They understand why blacks hate the country. They understand why woke hates the country. They understand why everyone hates the country. So why not F up the Star-Spangled Banner? It's representative of this country. F it. I mean, hell, they could be doing worse inside. They could be burning flags like they are outside the DNC. They're not doing that, so that's okay. We'll just F up the Star-Spangled Banner. Because these broads don't give a rat's ass about the country. And how do we know? Well, here's Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota, Peggy Flanagan. She has to come on stage, Flanagan, mind you, and say how she doesn't belong. She's not a citizen of the United States. She's not a political leader in the United States, but she's some sort of Indian or some nonsense. So let's listen to Peggy Flanagan basically turn down her citizenship of America to make sure you understand that she's Native American. The white lady named Flanagan is actually Native American. Let's listen.
Your life. My name in the Ojibwe language is Gigi Wewadam Ukwe, or in English, speaks with a clear and loud voice woman. I'm a member of the White Earth Nation, and my family is the Wolf Clan. And the role of our clan is to ensure that we never leave anyone behind. That's why I am supporting Kamala Harris and Tim Walz to be the next president and vice president of the United States.
That's the DNC in a nutshell. That's what it is. It was all intersectionality, DEI. That was basically the theme on the first day, was intersectionality and DEI, and I am not an American citizen. I am a black Native American who's not Jewish, because you can't be a Jew. That Jews are bad. Trust me, Jews are bad. The Jews had to be separated at the DNC. They're actually in their own little room talking, because you can't have the Jews actually talk. And of course, they spent yesterday trying to make themselves not anti-Semitic. That didn't work. But it was an absolute, it's just that's what it is. They don't care about the country. They hate the country. They still hate the country. And all these people have spent nothing but time trying to tell you that they're anything else but an American.